Good morning, YouTube. It is 5 a.m. and it is meet day. We're going to a collegiate nationals today. I don't wait until 4 p.m. but about to head over there because the women's raw section is starting their lifts at 8. They actually had to leave at like 4:45 or 5 to get to these 6 a.m. starting weigh-ins. So about to eat breakfast and then head over there. Probably gonna eat pretty heavy because I don't want to eat too heavy like right before the meet. So we're gonna have a big breakfast, probably a pretty good sized lunch, and then something small closer to the meet, just so my stomach isn't like overloaded during like squats and stuff. So gonna get started on that, and I'll show you what I'm gonna eat. Also, kind of woke up today at 209 pounds, which is a little bit down. My calories are all the way up at 3850 this week, so probably gonna bump those up to 3900 today, and I'm probably gonna have to blame that really light weigh-in on the fact that I went to bed at 7 o'clock, and so it's been a while since I last ate, so I'm hoping that's why I'm so light, because I did not want to be competing at 209, but we will see how today goes. Alright, here's breakfast. I'm gonna finish up some of the ice cream that didn't fit my macros last night, have 2 scoops of protein and 2 servings of oatmeal, and then I have a big Hershey's cookies and cream bar, and of course my usual drink. I'm gonna get the majority of my fats in with my macros like right now, just so I guess I don't want to have too many fats like right before I go lift or anything close. It's probably primarily gonna be having candy, I guess like within the last 2-ish hours. Up to when I start squatting. So we arrived at the venue. Here's South Brooklyn Weightlifting Club. I'll give you 20 minutes. And then, yeah, so we're about to get the women's raw started. There's one of our lifters, this is Emmy. And we're gonna get that started. I don't start lifting until 4 and it's like 8 a.m. so I got a long time. So I'm gonna show you the place. There's Andrew, he's ready. There's some more RUPL lifters. Here's the warm-up area. Oh no. It's on. I can't hear it. I hope you guys can hear it. You're ready to go. So anytime you're ready. Dartmouth College in the house. First time, Dartmouth. Alright, let's get this started. Here's my opening attempt on squats. Went with 423 pounds, which was a weight I'm pretty confident with. Warm-ups weren't feeling the best, but was able to get this, and I'm a grindy squatter, so my opener was probably one of the slower ones. So looking at it, it was, I guess, a little disheartening, but went with 441 as my second attempt, which I guess was a little more conservative, which moved pretty well. And so after this, I actually feel this moved better than my opener. So then we went with 457 as my third attempt, and you'll see how the speed was on this one. So my third squat moved really nicely. I'm very happy with how that went. I'm not gonna make a big jump and say I had like 10 pounds in the tank, but maybe a small jump up was there. But I'm very happy that I got my third lift. Was very scared to not go 3 for 3 with squats, but my opener for bench was a grind and wasn't pretty, so just went with 292 as my second attempt. And this one, it moved, in my opinion, a little better. So I talked to Coach Elish and said 303 or 309, and I said that to him, and I said, don't tell me what you pick, and then I'm gonna just get under the bar. And he put in 309. He has a lot of faith in me, which you want that out of your coach, but you'll see. I just didn't have it today. Gave it a good fight, but hopefully in the future. Really wanted 315 today, but not in the cards. Then we went on to deadlifts, my favorite lift, and I was excited. I was actually the last lifter of the night. I was the end of the flight, so that was a really cool experience, something I wasn't expecting, and I guess hopefully I can do that again in the future, but I guess I choked a little bit on the first one, as you will see. I didn't wait for the down command, started bringing it down, and yeah, almost fell on my face. So, went with 573 as my second attempt. I said, let's jump up anyway. In my mind, I was like 600. So, we went with 573 as the second attempt. This one, my hook grip was feeling a little loose today, but I never dropped the bar. That was kind of grindy, not gonna lie. If I was before Elish could even give me like two decisions, I said 601. 601 was all that was on my mind. I didn't even tell him anything right here. I'm just saying 601 if you read my lips. But here's how it goes. Alright, just got back from the meet. I guess I can be as happy as anyone can be that went, I guess 6 for 9 at their meet. I didn't get the deadlift that I wanted. I actually didn't get any of my goal list, which is disappointing, but I guess what I came out with was okay, and I guess I learned a lot from this meet. So I wanted 470 on squats. I thought I was good for that. My projections through training were actually like 480 plus that I've had, but it didn't turn out that way. I hit a 457, which I'm still happy for. I was always intimidated by squats, but that was the one I went 3 for 3 with. On bench, I should have been more conservative. I went for a 3.0. I went for 292 as my second attempt, and then I wanted 315, but I took 309 for my second attempt when I probably should have gone 303 and been a little more conservative. Then deadlifts, all I wanted today was a 600 deadlift, but I ended up missing that. I really didn't want to let go of the bar, and for the third time in a row, ripped my hand open. That was pretty nice. And actually, before I could sign the paper to get my drug test, I had to give it back to the guy. I couldn't grab the pen because my hand was gushing blood, and I had to go wipe that off because it's actually on both hands. So I went and got that cleaned up, and then a goal of mine was to get drug tested, which I guess I did. I think, I'm not positive, but I may have won the 105 kg class also, which was dumb on my point. All right, so looking why these things happened, this week was a big week for me. I had 2 exams. I competed at Mr. Farm D. And just my sleep wasn't as good as it could have been. Except last night, I slept fantastic. I took 3 diphenhydramines and knocked out at like 8 o'clock. Woke up at 5:30. It's amazing. So big tip there. But it was Mr. Farm D. I had some preparation there. That was like the day after a big exam. And then 2 days later, I had another exam, which was actually yesterday, the day before my meet. So as soon as I got back from that exam, I took pills and then I tried to knock out. So yeah, big week. My sleep could have been a lot better. Maybe that's why my peak didn't go as great as planned. But there's the future. You gotta learn from these things. When your meet doesn't go the way you want, then you gotta like learn that and figure out what to do better for next time. Coach Elish, he was happy that I gave such a fight on 601. I knew 570, whatever I went for, was kind of grindy. It was slower than I was expecting, but he didn't even give me decisions. I told him 601. That's all I wanted. I wanted 600 pull, but today wasn't in the cards, and I have no one to blame but myself, but I think I can definitely get that soon. I mean, things I could blame it on, but like, it was really all me. But more sleep would maybe help throughout the week, even though I slept fantastic yesterday. We didn't start lifting until like 5 p.m., which I guess maybe out of my time, and I was just around a lot of yelling from my teammates, who did fantastic, by the way. Shout outs to all of Rutgers powerlifting. You guys destroyed it today. Very happy to have you as teammates. We showed up big for our first meet, which I'm happy about. Hopefully show up even bigger at nationals. But yeah, I guess that not my usual time frame, but can't blame it on anyone but myself. I gotta perform better, gotta do better, and I'm hoping to build on this at nationals. So I'm not sure. My goal total, I wanted to add 100 pounds to my last total, which was like 1266, and hit 1360 or something like that. But I think I missed that. I don't know my exact total, but definitely keep that as a goal for next time. Actually, to qualify for Raw Nationals, I have to hit, I think, a 1351 for the 105 class, which I'm planning on competing this year, but I actually missed that. Also, another thing I can blame it on is I was pretty dumb, even though my nutrition was weird this week. So I think I started the week around in the 3700s or so, like 211. As the week went on, maybe my sleep schedule, because I was waking up at 2 a.m. because that's the way I study. I studied the morning of instead of late the night before, but
weighed in this morning at 209, but I also went to sleep really early yesterday, so maybe that could have been a reason. So it was a long time since my last meal. I weighed in at 95.5 kilograms. The class, so that's 210 pounds. The other class that I could have competed in, it is 205, but I just wanted to I didn't water cut or anything. I just stuck with the 230, and so I need to work on that, gain my weight, and get more competitive in my weight class. So I think I may just not even do a mini cut for the summer and just bulk through to around World Nationals, get to 220, 225, cut for next collegiate nationals, and hopefully we'll have a good year. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to everyone I met today at Collegiate Nationals. It's been great. I can't wait to see you all at Nationals. Yeah, you'll all be seeing Rutgers very soon. So thank you for watching. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.